But we can't live without them. It has to be said that our sewing machines are not the prettiest things in our workshop. So we're going to show you how to make this fabulous cover from one of our sewing kits, complete with pockets to store your sewing essentials. Cut out the 2 velvet rectangles flush with the printed part. An 8mm or 1/4 inch seam allowance is included. Place the lining on top of the fusible fleece with the glue dots against the lining fabric. Press with the iron on wool setting to fix. Cut out 2 rectangles from the lining pieces, the same dimensions as the velvet pieces. Start the assembly with the pocket. Place the lining piece on top of the velvet pocket, right sides together, and stitch along the top. Turn right sides out, press, protecting the velvet with parchment or a cloth, and then top stitch along the top. Position this band on the large velvet rectangle with the velvet facing you. Clip in place. Always use lots of clips or pins when sewing the velvet. This stops it moving as you're sewing. Now base stitch along the bottom to keep it in place. Cut the cord provided into 4 pieces. Mark 18 cm along the large rectangle and clip one of the ties in place. 18 cm is about 7 inches. You want to check this against your machine to make sure it's where you want the ties, and then pin the other 3 in place. Place the lining rectangle over the top of the velvet rectangle, right sides together, and then use the clips to clip it in place, making sure that you keep the ties in their place. And we recommend that you add some extra clips all the way around to stop it from moving. Start by stitching the end with the pocket, and then stitch down one side and across the bottom to about the middle, and then the same on the other side, down the bottom, across. Leave 15 cm or 6 inches free for turning. Turn to the right side through the hole, pushing out the corners. Then clip the hole closed, tucking in the seam allowances. This is so that you can close the hole when you top stitch around in a minute. It's best to press the cover, protecting the velvet, before you top stitch all the way around. Now you can stitch the pockets, either 3 pockets or 4 pockets as you prefer. If you want this to be a transport cover, mark a rectangle matching up with your machine handle, cut out and top stitch, leaving space for the handle or the bobbin. Et voila, a lovely accessory that will add a touch of colour to your sewing room.